Hello everyone, it's Kari from sunshineinmypocket.com. Today I have a fun project for you. I am so excited to share this with you. I couldn't wait to get this. This is from Scrappy Tails Crafts and these dies are so awesome. This was one that I just couldn't resist, so I had to buy it right away. This is the truffle add-on for the chocolate heart box, and here is the chocolate heart box. You get this big heart die, and then also this comes with it to build your own heart box. This is pretty much a Valentine's Day thing. However, I think you could use the chocolate truffles any time of the year. So today I'm going to show you how to build the chocolate heart box, but also how to make these chocolate truffles and put them on a card. So you can see you get a lot of different dies with the die cut. There are those paper liners. These are kind of like the mini cupcake liners that chocolates come in, you know. Today I thought I would color some different colors. I have a color scheme of pink and brown, and you can see that I cut this on pearlized paper, so it actually has a little bit of a pearl tint to it, or at least a little bit of a shimmer. I'm coloring these up with Copic markers, and I thought the liners would be super cute, like a light pink color. And then I'm coloring the chocolates in a brown color. But I'm going to mix it up just a little bit because some of my truffles are going to be dipped in pink chocolate as well, or pink candy melts maybe. So I'm switching it up. I started coloring these with a lighter brown, an E57 I think this is, but then I decided this wasn't dark enough, so I went in with the E29, and that just darkened up those truffles just a little bit. You can see that they have a solid piece and then they have a cutout piece that can go right on top. You don't have to use that solid piece if you don't want to. Today I'm going to be building them up a little bit tall so that they look super great in that heart chocolate box. So for the pink dipped truffles, you can see I'm using a darker pink, and don't these just look like pinkalicious candies? I think they're so pretty. So I'm going to finish coloring these up, and I'm using just the chocolates, the two different kinds of chocolates. It's kind of like a dark chocolate and a milk chocolate, and then some pinks, and even some of the swirls I'm going to color in pinks, and some I'm going to color with the chocolates, so they can all be just a little bit different. But there's also a lot of other things that you can do to these truffles to really dress them up. Like you can add sparkles, you can add some stickles, you can add some Nuvo drops, all kinds of things. So I'm going to show you a couple things that I tried that I really loved. And there you go. So there's some of our chocolates. See, the pink's going to fit right inside that dark chocolate. So here's what I'm going to do. I've got some foam squares, and I'm just going to put one on the liner, add the base, which I did not color at all because you're not really going to see that too much. Then I'm going to add that top portion, and then I'm going to add just a little decoration on the top. For this one, I'm just using the white kind of squiggly line, and there is our chocolate. And it looks dimensional because we added all these foam squares, and you'll see what this is going to look like when I put it inside the chocolate box. It's super cute. So I'm going to keep building these up, and for this one, I have some pearlized drops here. These are from Maker Forte, and I'm going to use this as a kind of frosting to go over the design on this heart. You can see that I colored the entire thing brown, but I can still see the outline of where the frosting goes. I'm calling it frosting, but it's really probably white chocolate. And so I'm just following the line, and that's it. And look how cute that is. To add a little something extra, while this is still wet, I'm going to bring in a little bit of glitter, and this is kind of a pinky red glitter from Maker Forte, and it's really pretty. I think it's called Candy something. I'm not sure the name of it, but it is so cute for Valentine's. And so that has a little sparkly iridescence to it. For this one, I'm going to add those pearl drops again. And then while the pearls drops are still wet, I'm going to bring in some other glitter. And this is more of a purpley, kind of a purpley pink glitter to match my color scheme. And I'm just going to kind of drop that on here with this spoon. And this is going to add just a little more glitter, a little bit of excitement to this truffle. This is obviously going to be edible glitter. They make that, right? Yeah, for cake decorating. So that's for this one. I'm going to do a couple different things on this pink truffle. That's the rectangle one. I've got some pops of color from scrapbook.com, and this is kind of the same color of pink. So it's like a pink on pink design, and I'm just barely squeezing it so that I get the smallest amount out to make the little tiny dots. So it took a little bit of practice. This comes out so fast. I found these pops of color are really quick to come out. So anyway, I finished decorating those. I added some glitter to some and some other decorations with stickles and things like that. And now I'm going to add these to the box. You can see I've already made the box here with a grid. But I'm going to show you in just a minute how easy these boxes are to make. So I'm just going to put these in just so you can see how cute this is. I added a blue stripe to the bottom of this box, which reminded me of like a candy shop my grandpa used to take me to in Sedona. They had blue and white striped bags, and he would take us and we would get whatever candy we wanted, but he would always, every time, get licorice buttons, the black licorice, which I know a lot of people don't love, but he taught me how to love black licorice, and to this day I still love it. So anyway, that's why the candy stripes in blue. I love it for the bottom of this heart box. So I'm just going to add these where they fit. You can see that some of them are smaller spaces, and so you have to cut the smaller ones to fit in. And so I just did that here, and look at that. And here's the top. I'm just going to fit that right on. So cute. With a bow, of course a glitter bow. And then it also comes with these dies like Be Mine and Love. And so these can be used for your box or whatever you want. But before I show you that box, I want to finish making the card with the chocolates. So real quick, I'm just going to ink up the background. I'm using one of my favorite colors. It's tartan teal, and I'm going to use a large blending brush to blend on the background and kind of get a gradiating color. So I'm making it darker on the right hand side, which is going to be the bottom of the panel, and lighter towards the top. And then I'm going to add this X's and O's stencil and put a few light X's and O's on there. I'm using Pop Art for the top, which is the color of the ink. That's a lighter color. And then I'll go in with the tartan teal closer to the darker end of the panel so that you're able to see that. So you can see it kind of, it's a gradiating color. As I remove that rectangle stencil, you can see that it's perfect for these truffles to sit on. And then I'm going to build up that love die cut. This came with the heart box die. The L is separate, and I'm going to build up 3 layers with white cardstock, and then I'm going to add I think this is more like a copper color of glitter paper. And I thought that looked really pretty with those chocolates, especially with the color that I colored the little wrappers. Kind of matches. So I'm going to build up the second part of the love the same exact way. 3 layers of white cardstock, and then I'll add the glitter layer of the love. And then all I have to do is glue all of these on to the card panel and glue that to the card base. So look how cute this card is. For this particular card, I used only chocolates, none of the pink. So I did the lighter chocolate wrapper and the darker chocolate with with white swirls and white decorations. I also added a little glitter to those dots on the oval one. So there is our card. So let's go ahead and move to this chocolate box. I just wanted to show you you cut 2 of the larger hearts and 2 of the smaller hearts so that you can line the inside of the heart. And then if you want to build a grid, you're going to need to cut out a couple of each of the pieces for the grid as well. There are score lines on each and cut lines already cut so that this grid is pretty simple to put together. All you want to do is just crease those lines really well. I used my bone folder on those. And then for each of the hearts, you're going to want to build a top box, which is the cover, and then a bottom box. And for each one, you're going to need 2 of these pieces right here that I'm showing you. The way I did it was I glued it to the heart box. I started at the bottom of the heart and then went ahead and followed that glue line around, kind of holding it in place as I went. And this was super simple to do. On this one, I'm kind of building this piece a little bit inside from the heart. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm building the bottom of the box first. So if you push it in a little bit, like not even 1/8 of an inch, just the smallest amount, you can see there's a little bit of the paper showing around the edge. Maybe you can't see that on this video, but there is. As I pull that to the inside, there you can kind of see there's a little edge of the paper showing. And that's really all you need to do to make it work. But what this does is now I'm going to put the second one on and I'm going to hold that there with my tweezers here. These are those closing tweezers that stay closed. So I'm going to have that on there as I glue the rest of this. But you're going to see because I put it inside the heart just a little bit, I did have to cut a little bit off of this piece here so that it would fit together. Yeah, so you can see that I'm cutting a little bit there and putting that together and then putting this piece inside, and that way you're not going to see those little pieces that fold in. Hopefully this makes sense. I'm not sure the technical terms for all of these pieces, but it was pretty simple to figure out and it worked pretty well. So I glued that in and now I'm building the top part of the box in exactly the same way, except for this time I'm going to make it exactly line up, the edge line up with the outside edge of the heart. And this is going to make it so that the box top fits on perfectly and that it closes perfectly. It's easy to get on and off. And you can see that I'm this time adding this piece at the top here. I'm folding that together, holding that, and then going down. And I found it was kind of easier this way for me. So you see how simple that is. I'm just adding glue, holding it there. And this glue dries pretty quickly, so it was fairly easy to build. In fact, it was so easy that even though it's after Valentine's this year, I'm already planning on making one of these for my granddaughters next year. I think they're going to love it. So I'm going to hold that together with the tweezers until it's dry. And then for this top piece, I didn't have a matching striped piece, so I'm using kind of a watercolory look turquoise piece. It sort of matches, but that's just to cover those folded edges. Now look at this. This box is big enough to fit an entire bag of Hershey's Kisses or Hugs. These are the Hugs actually. I was really surprised that the entire bag fit in here. It's bigger than I expected, but this one here, this one is for me. So a whole bag minus one. And then the top, look at that. It fits on perfectly. And there you go. Now there were some questions if you could get this die through the Gemini Junior. I only have a Gemini Junior and I found it was just super easy to fit, but I did have to angle the heart in such a way so it went through kind of on a diagonal so that it would all fit through the Gemini Junior. And yeah, it worked just fine. Also, this particular set, there is a bundle that she sells that has a smaller heart that you can cut out the top of the box and put acetate there so it's a clear see-through box. Or you could add a decorative heart to the top, like a lacy heart. That bundle was sold out, and so I couldn't get that piece. I'm hoping to get that later on. This heart box has sold out twice already this year, and she's restocked it. So that's why I'm doing this video so late, because it got here because it was sold out so many times. But anyway, I love it so much. Here are a couple other ideas that you can do. Like the Be Mine would look super cute on the top of this with some of those chocolates. Isn't that cute? And the bow, I love it so much. Just like this. Or instead of having the Be Mine on there, you could put chocolates all the way up one of the sides. So let me show you what that would look like. Just kind of arranging that. So you get the idea that this is a chocolate box you're getting. I think that's so cute. How much fun would that be? And I think building up that bow would be really cute too. So here is the chocolate box and the chocolate truffle card. I also dipped some strawberries. They were so big that I couldn't fit a lot in the box, but I think if I find some smaller strawberries for next year, it would be perfect for that with a clear acetate top. So I can't wait to try that. Thanks for stopping by today. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. It really does help out with YouTube. And be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a thing. I'll be back real soon with more card making and paper crafting inspiration. Thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye.